welcome to Nerja Live, Balcon de Europa. It's quite a chilled out day today, actually. If you are on the live, come and say hi in the chat. Just show you that we are live. Just turn that around and show you that again. Monday afternoon. And there's the church bells. Notifications sent out. Monday afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Chilled out day in Balcon de Europa. I was actually going to sit and get a table, but I've had lunch and I kind of feel that you're cheating restaurants when you just go in, and especially the ones over there at the Hotel de Europa. I mean, they want to sit and serve food up. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. You feel as if you're sort of doing them out of business when there's just the one of you sitting at a table for four, and all you're wanting is an agua con gas. Take a little bit of a walk around, make sure my bag's closed. It's in the front. I'm going to try and stay on for around about half an hour today, just to do something different with the channel. Oh, look at that guy out there on paddleboard. How good is that today? Let's check out the beach. People on the beach. Hi from Calsyth. Hi, Carol. People on the beach. Monday afternoon. Just get that camera to come back in. What I need to do is see if I can get a table over there. And it's Baltic in Glasgow. Shorts and t-shirts weather here. Shorts and t-shirts. I'm just going to have a seat and just let you take in what's going on. And in fact, we'll have a walk up here. Have a walk up. Look like a tourist. Afternoon from Canada. Get in there. Afternoon, Canada. What is the weather like with you? You got snow yet? I see the Minster. There we go. You're going shopping, did that say? Oh, it's sheepy. Oh yes, you've got snow. There's one thing that's, do you know what's interesting is we're only an hour and a half, well not even that, we're only about 50 minutes away from the ski resort here in Spain, in Sierra Nevada ski resort. There was a wedding here yesterday. A couple got married right on this spot right here. And the people had all their chairs and everything sitting here. What a fantastic place to get married. Rather public wedding, isn't it? Obviously not too scared about. Let's see what the beach is like over this side. Worst thing about these glasses is, there we go, beach down there. A few people on the beach. Let me just jump into these comments. What kind of properties are in Nerja and Torremolinos? No idea about Torremolinos. No idea about Torremolinos, but Nerja, you've got all types of different properties. The canaries are up in the trees, making plenty of noise, hiding for the midday sun. It's not midday though, is it? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. 2 o'clock UK time. We'll take a walk around this way. I wonder if I should just walk up into town. I'll jump back to some of the comments. The Isle of Sheppey. I like the Canaries. I was going to sit down there, but like I said, they're serving food to everyone, so I feel as if I'd be cheating them out of a table if I'm just sitting with an agua con gas. Just sort this camera out a bit. What is your new gaff like compared to back home? It's probably about the same size as the place I had back home, to be fair. If you mean in Scotland, that is. It's probably about the same size as the place I had back in Scotland. I just jumped through some of theirs. Been going there every year for the past 20 years, says Rob. It's a good time of year to come here. But what I want to do, one of these times, I'm going to sit over here. Oh, good, Stephen. I want to sit in one of those restaurants over there. I think they're closed today. But get a table and then just sit, do a live from there with the cracking views. I mean, clear, beautiful skies today. And that guy's went right out on his... I mean, that's how flat the water is here. I mean, that guy is way out on his paddleboard. Way out on his paddleboard. But the sea's that calm. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Take a walk up this way. What's the weather like back in Glasgow? Apart from freezing. Yeah, you think the shops are expensive? Have adapted to the food? No, the shops aren't expensive. Food? Yeah, I've adapted to the food. I was born to live here. Dark and pissing down. Dark and pissing down. Do you think the food shop are expensive? It's not as, and it's raining in Manchester, it's not as cheap as it used to be years ago, 5 years ago when we moved here. I mean, it was cheap as anything. You used to get we did a video back in 2020, maybe 2021, and we got a kilo of peppers for, I think it was 99 cents or 180 or something, I can't remember. So yeah, but it's not as cheap as what it used to be. But then food prices have went up everywhere. What you really need to do is go to the markets, Mercadillo. Find a town that has a central market. Because when you find a town that's got a central market, it tends to be cheaper veg than the supermarket, and it's fresher also. And then you can also get your fish, you get your meat, you can get everything there, which is generally fresher than the stuff for the supermarket. Because let's face it, the stuff for the supermarket has got to go through a whole supply chain. It's where the stuff that you get at the markets generally comes straight from, well, it's usually the butcher is a butcher. So the meat comes straight from the farm, and fish comes almost straight off the boats. Wine is mega cheap. Yeah, the Spanish think that if you pay more than €5 for a bottle of wine, that's an expensive bottle of wine. That's where in the UK you're made to believe that cheap wine's terrible. And it generally is in the UK because it's cheap crap that they don't drink here. So if you think about it, if a bottle of wine costs £3 or £4 in the UK, it probably costs about 70 cent here in Spain. That's the reality of the situation. You can go to Mercadona, there's a cracking bottle of wine called the Governor, and that's fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot of Northern Europeans here at this time of year. A lot of Irish though as well. There's a lot of Irish. There was an Irish, we're at an Irish bar on Friday, and there was a couple in seeing them. There was loads of Irish in. Quite a big Irish population in this area, as well as other Northern Europeans. But there's a lot. It's a holiday destination as well. A lot of people come here just for that realistic part of Spain. Gran Canaria is busy at this time of year because it's got the weather all round. I noticed that the beachfront bars up in Benidorm were busy yesterday. But that doesn't tell you how busy the resort is, it just tells you the bars down the front were busy. As I noticed that a friend of mine was up there taking some videos. She's the top fan. Dave's currently the top fan, whatever that means. I think the thing is the whole of Spain now is no longer just a Brit-only tourist destination and destination for people buying properties. Yeah, Kevin. It's not just a destination for Brits buying cheap property anymore. The cheap property market in Spain, you have to go inland to get really cheap property. Gone are the days where Brits could come out to Spain and buy a 50 grand apartment on the seafront in places and sell their property back home, live off their state pension and the profit from their property. Those days are well gone. And it's only going to get even harder for people from the UK to move to Spain. But you can still do it. Well, that's not a lie, you can still do it. Who chose to move to Spain? You're the wife. Both of us. We both sat in 2020. We've spoke about this before on the channel. We both sat in 2020 realising the ultimate outcome of Brexit, and there was a perfect storm because we sat and spoke about it during COVID, and as everything came to a stop, people that were self-employed like myself, your income just froze for 6 months. There was no income, so we had a decision to make. Although we could have, the business would have started up like so many other businesses, but we just seen it as a perfect opportunity to jump ship. Now, whilst a lot of people were saying that you couldn't travel during 2020, you could still travel. I remember the first time that we took a flight to Spain, there was a list from the government of people who were allowed to travel. And fortunately enough, my work, due to the fact that we did a lot of emergency flood recovery work, that actually came under one of the things that you could travel with. They got a bit more strict with it, but you could still, I think it opened up around about June. July opened back up, holidays were still, you could still book holidays and everything. People forget about that. They were telling us to stay at home and not travel, but you could still book holidays and go on holiday in 2020. It was crazy time. So we came over for a week and then we went back and then we drove over with the van. And the van video was one of the worst videos ever. It could have been so much better, but it was one of the first times that we had filmed for YouTube. Certainly still nowhere near professional level filming, but that video just kind of it just shows what we went through in 2020. The fact there was nobody on the roads. It was a crazy time to travel. Crazy. Love Gran Canaria, the flats are overpriced. The thing is, prices of properties here, I mean, in the town in Nerja are expensive for some people, but cheap for other people. But you go down 10 minutes down the road, you go to Torrox Costa, you can get something even bigger. And you go inland 10 minutes, you can pick up. I was speaking to a Spanish guy yesterday. It's actually the gardener for the place that we were staying at, and he could get you a property up in the hills, just like through there, up in these hills up there, where you've got a sea view, you've got a bit of countryside, you've got everything you want, and it's going to cost you a lot cheaper than buying in any of the towns. It depends what you want in life, really. No worries, enjoy your day, mate. Beautiful and cold in Scotland. Edinburgh Beyond's in the house. How are you doing? Stunning. Just see the church behind us.
I wish it was standard today, but only leaves, isn't it?
Actually, I'm going to take a walk down this way and go down past the bar that was at Cochrane's. That's where they had the wedding people in. I'll just show you the view. A lot of places are closed on a Monday, just because it's that time of year as well. It might be a bit windy in there. Yeah. I'll go down, but it's going to be too windy. I'm not going to bother, because I've not got the mics. So I need to buy new mics. The mics that we've got have decided to die on us. So just need to buy a new set. God, I'll tell you one thing, that apartment up there must be a holiday apartment. Fantastic. Just sitting there in a little chair, chilling out on a Monday. I've got to admit that it's not as busy as it has been. I can see it quietening down now. November's always quiet. November and back up in Costa Blanca when we stayed on the coast just to die a death. This is a lot of people compared to what the town used to have. There was no tourists at all. It's Nerja, mate. It's Nerja. Which is way down in the Costa del Sol. We have moved. Fraser's in the house. There's a thing that tells you the top chart. Top fans. Dave is currently the number one top fan. Bernie's number 2. Edinburgh and Beyond is number 3. I don't know how that affects that. You need to comment more. And if anybody's in any Facebook groups, share it. Share the video. Should do a thing. Share. I believe in it. No, don't start singing. Go over here and we'll see the beach again. So chilled out. Oh, as I nearly trip over a stone. That would have been hilarious. My God, there's people in the water. They must be mad, it must be freezing. It must be absolutely freezing. There's ones down there as well. On the beach, November. Certainly puts things into perspective when you're back home in the UK and it's freezing cold, or wherever you're watching from. Look how clear that water is though. That's beautiful, isn't it? Take a walk back up this way. Trying to see if we can see those birds. They're up in the tree. 23 people watching. Isn't bad for a sort of unannounced thing. Might try and make it more regular to go live. How's things in Edinburgh anyway, mate? It's do miss Edinburgh. Don't miss the drive in and out for work every day though. It's the one thing I don't miss. The big old cannon. Get blinded by the sun. Standing here. Taking turns to take selfies. What is this guy doing? All his money's just fell out his pocket. Now he feels stupid. Oh dear, I'm going to do a handstand and then all my change falls out my pocket. It's quality. The thing is with this place as well, you get tourists from all over the place. You get a lot of American accents here, and a lot of Chinese, and then obviously a lot of Scandinavians. It's getting a bit windy. Hopefully I'll go back over this way to get out of the wind. Paddle boards has gone missing, I see. I think he must be away up the coast. There's paddle boards away in the distance. There's two of them. I don't know if I can get the camera to zoom in. I think he's on a beach. That could be on there. It's too further forward. Did you take your own car over? No, we didn't. No, we didn't take our own car. It's a pain in the arse because where we stayed before, we had there was a lot of toll roads. So taking your own car is a pain in the butt because it drives on the wrong side of the road. And it's easier. It was easier for us just to sell the car. We sold everything. We brought the van over, but we ended up selling the. But yeah, a lot of people brought their car over back in the day and then they just changed their car over to Spanish number plates. I mean, you can do that, but if you're going on any of the motorways and you've got to go through the toll roads, it's pretty crazy. So yeah. It's pretty easy to change the. Did you see that? I think it's pretty easy to change the number plates over. You have to bring a document. There is a document that you have to bring over to show when the car was built. That's the only thing. But I think that you get that from the manufacturer. So I'm not sure how it works when you buy. If you've got an older car, let's say 20 odd years old. Should we take a walk up towards the tapas bars? Showing only 12 thumbs up. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Let's walk up this way. It's probably going to get noisy going up this way. A lot of the bars are closed today. Just got this. Thanks, Barry. No, I don't need health insurance because we're through the system here. We play into the national insurance system here, so we get free healthcare, just like the NHS back home. So yeah, you need private health insurance the first year you come over. You need to have private health insurance that first year, but then after that, as long as you're paying into the system, you get free healthcare, which is good. And the tours have used it in emergency situations over the years.
In a way, that's better than.
So yeah.
Well, it's probably you probably not living.
I used it to get stitches in my head, believe it or not. That's another story.
Yeah.
The cost of insurance. Let me just see, what does that say? The cost of insurance. I'm sure the cost of insurance the first year we were here, I'm sure the policy for the year was about 800 euros each for the private healthcare. But it's worth it because you can go and get loads of checkups done. And especially when you get to a certain age, you want to get your bloods taken every year, just to check. But yeah, no, it was okay. But you can get it as long as you're paid into the system. You can you get free healthcare. We've got dive bombed. This is one of the. Don't know if this is. Is this the busy? This will be the busiest bar in Nerja. Looks like some of them are closed. It's actually ones that are up this way that are on maybe closed today. I'm going to take a walk up this way first, and I'll come back down and show you these other ones. Closed for the season. We open on the 2nd February. So some of them do close when it gets to November. I was always wondering how many would let me just see what the comment was. No worries, cheers. I always wondered how many of the bars stayed open here, because it is a big tourist area and it's obviously this one. We need to go here because I think this is number 1 on TripAdvisor for tapas. Special tapas. I'm sure this is number 1 on TripAdvisor. Since you moved to Spain, what aspects of lifestyle change do you think you enjoy the most? Lifestyle change, geez. I've probably took. There's a bar up there. Yeah, they're all closed just now. Lifestyle-wise, having gone from driving anything from an hour to an hour and a half every day into Edinburgh and back out. I've not got the daily commute. I've not got the physical aspect of the work that I used to do. The back-breaking aspect of the work that I used to do. Health-wise, I'm a lot healthier. I eat a lot healthier. The work, your work relationship, it isn't all about work. The best thing about moving to Spain is the fact that work is just a way for you to financially enjoy life. And that's the reality of it, because they see that family time's a massive thing in Spain. You know, downtime, you know, enjoying yourself. Work's a pain in the ass that gets in the way of life here. But it's something that everybody must do. I'm going to walk up this way and then I'll read some more of your comments once. Great lasagna. I've never had lasagna for such a long time. Couldn't tell you the last time I had lasagna. It's mobbed, isn't it? It's one thing that I still can never get used to is people queuing up outside restaurants. I mean, those people there are queuing up to get into that restaurant. And it is one of the craziest things when there's other restaurants. See, the crazy thing is, right, is there's other restaurants with tables empty, but those women and that two couples standing behind them, they're actually queuing to get into that restaurant rather than just go to the one next door that's got seats in it. So it's good. Thanks, Barry. We're looking to move, heading to northern Spain. Where about in northern Spain are you thinking about moving to? You've got to remember that you do get winters up in northern Spain. So just let that be. I always say, if you're thinking about moving somewhere, so you know, we were only meant to stay in where we did for around about 6 months. We were meant, but then COVID, lockdown, I mean, you couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't do what we wanted to do. And then that brought in a whole load of other things. Northern Spain's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's a lot quieter down here. A lot of the shops closed on a Monday, which is good. And I'm glad that it's this time of year because it'll allow us to go to some restaurants that will just be absolutely mobbed in the summer and try out some places. A place called La Coruna. I'll just see. The northwest coast. Well, if you've got family there, that's even better. Hi, Lorna. I'm thinking moving next door to you and KJ. Yeah. I've said nothing. Oh, man. There's a few places that I'd still like to go up north as well. But it's the best part of a 10-hour drive. That's the only thing. I mean, I think it took us from Bordeaux down to Costa Blanca south. It took us 12-hour drive, and that was almost non-stop. I mean, we did it in one day. A lot of people sort of split the journey up, but I was on a mission just to get home. You've got to remember, at that time as well, there was the northern parts of Spain were in complete lockdown, so we were driving through areas that we couldn't stop. We were basically warned that you'll not be able to stop at all. You can only stop if you stay in the area. It was crazy. Back when the police with machine guns were checking the roads, closing roads off. What a chilled out walk it's been today. Rather chilled out. Now, Mum Indian restaurant. I need to find that somebody mentioned a restaurant on the channel. Said we need to try it out. Because I've been on a few of the Facebook groups and it's amazing the big debate on which is the best Indian restaurant. And I was like, it's Spain. Spain. There you go. Apartments, 2-bedroom, 210 grand for a brand new build. Don't know where that is. No idea. Right, I'm going to finish this off down at the balcony. Oh, look, souvenirs. Who all loves souvenirs? Fridge Magnet Central. And socks. Who buys sangria socks? Who wears sangria socks? Or a socks with a paella on it? Oh, you need to question people. Imagine going into the office and your trousers sort of come up a bit and somebody sees your paella socks. Oh man. Look, they're vacuuming the floors. The marble floors and the jewellers. What else to do? Back down to the sunshine. Factory walk down here, lo sento, no dinero. Jesus. Walk down here. Down to the beach. God, still folk on the beach. Oh, just catch up the comments. There's not any more comments. So this is a brand new place, and it's kind of divided opinion. There's a lot of people saying it's a complete waste of a beautiful space, and then there's other people that say that it's an absolutely amazing place to have. I mean, I think it's gorgeous myself. I mean, it makes the old building above it look tatty, but I suppose sitting having a meal and then looking over there. I mean, even in the winter when the roof's closed, I think it's just... But it has divided opinion for people that have came here for a lot of years. You've got to remember, it's weird because there's a lot of people that have came here for the best part of 20 odd years and they would have seen crazy changes. But then I know people who stayed up in Torrevieja when it was they bought property when it was a fishing village and there was no high-rise buildings. Well, there was 2 or 3 down the one end, but that was it. Should I just hope there's nobody topless in here? That's the last thing I need. Could do this at this time of year. I wouldn't do it in the summer. Never know what would be going on in these beds. Beds on the beach. And sunbeds. That's what you want, isn't it? Lorna says she'd never get sick of that view. Carol says it's lovely. Beautiful. I'd be sleeping. I'd fall asleep. I'd be like, just leave me here. And then down onto the beach. It's okay, there's nobody topless, I'm fine. Gorgeous, isn't it? Shorts and t-shirts weather in November. That's why I love it. I mean, I've still got my shorts on. Not too busy either. No, the thing is there's lots of beaches around here as well, so but that one's starting to get a bit in the shade, so people tend to move around. But it is a lot quieter than what it has been. I'll walk around the front here. I'm going to hit with the wind, aren't I? So there's where we started off the live, way up there. I wonder if I can see the guy that was on the paddle board. You're sitting there with the heater on. Oh, I may have found the paddleboard guy. Or is it just someone swimming in a little... I don't know. Look at that. Look at the water. Do you know one of the funny things is the thing that I always talk about is that I used to listen to a meditation video back home. And that's the exact noise. Nice, relaxing waves. Beautiful. Right, let's walk back up these stairs. Walk back up the stairs. Let's just see the comments. Bet we're so happy that we made the move. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Same as I do, the sounds of the waves sends me right off to sleep. Yeah, I used to do it when I came home from work. I'd lie on the floor with my feet up on the couch to sort my back out after a day's work, and I'd find myself waking up around about half an hour later. Oh, back in the day. Right, back up these stairs. Whew. Hey, look at that restaurant up there. People sitting in that. I mean, they restaurants. Been there for years. I'll tell you one thing. Little gold mines. Little gold mines. So we head up. Back to work, sorry, thanks. Great to watch. No worries, Stephen. Catch up with you later on. I'm going to finish up when I get back up here. Because that's 43 minutes. It's longer than what I expected to be on. Might do this a regular thing. Different areas. Maybe not so much walking. There we go. Back up into the sunshine. Jesus. God. How is it so busy? Jesus. Where did all the people come from? Jeez. Regular live would be great. Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing more regular lives. It was always difficult where we stayed before because you've got to enjoy and it's got to be visually nice. Do you know, it's got to be somewhere that people go, oh my God, I'd love to be there. And I'll be honest, where we stayed before, it didn't give me that feeling. Do you know, it's like, you've got to, these videos are to make other people happy. Give you a little ray of sunshine as it's hiding behind there. It's actually got a bit busier. People finished their food for the day. Yeah, you too, Lorna. You enjoy your day. No doubt I'll speak to you at some point. Right, I'm going to finish this one up. That's 45 minutes. That's not too bad. Get yourself to a donkey for those. I believe that they're taking them out of service these days. But anyway, we'll finish off up here with a little bit of sunshine. Yeah, you have a great day as well. Finish off looking up at the sun just behind the palm tree. Hasta luego. 2 trips planned for next year. That's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, Nick, you'll need to go back and watch it from the start. Hasta luego.